Hello, my name is Grace from Grace Does Glitter, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison of Freckle products. This might be more of a niche video for people who are interested in fake freckles. I don't have freckles naturally. I have like one on the top of my nose, but I think it looks really nice, and honestly, a lot of times I put on fake freckles because I don't want to wear as much foundation, and I find that it gives the skin a more natural feel and it kind of detracts from acne. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do the freckle on one half of the face with foundation and then one half of the face without foundation, so that you guys can see how these products compare based on your needs. So if you don't wear foundation, what it would look like without, and then if you do wear foundation, the sort of drawbacks of certain types of products or benefits. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. So to start off, the three products I'm going to be showing you are, one of them is not strictly a fake freckle product, but it works incredibly well for fake freckles, and I'll have to find the name of the person who was like a friend of a friend on Instagram who told her about this hack. So this is the Revlon Brow Ink in Blonde Ink. This is your drugstore option for fake freckles. It is a little pen basically that people use to fill in their eyebrows, but it works super well as a fake freckle product. The second one is a dedicated fake freckle product. So this is the Pseudo Labs Freckle Tint. The benefit of this one is that it comes with like a little pick, and it has a type of mascara wand. I will be doing a dedicated portion to each of these. And the last one is an Amazon find. So this one you'd have to order directly from the website. This one is one you can find on Amazon. This is the Pudaier Freckles printing. It's one of those kind of sketch Amazon brands, but I wanted to see how this worked, and it comes with a little freckle printing tool. So yeah, I guess we will just get started. I'm gonna start with the drugstore option first, because I feel like that is the most accessible for everybody watching this video. Okay, so I'm not gonna put my bangs back for this video either, just because I'm just gonna concentrate the freckles right here and here for demonstration purposes. So I'm gonna put foundation on this side of my face, and I'm gonna use L'Oreal True Match because I feel like this is a foundation that a lot of people use and would be able to like understand how it works in terms of like how products typically layer on top of it. I would say a lot of people own this foundation. So I'll do 2 layers of this, and then I will be back. Okay, so again, this side of my face has foundation, this side doesn't. Maybe you can tell, maybe you can't. But I'm gonna go in with the Revlon one. I would say like the biggest benefit of this one is that it comes in a ton of colors. I'm actually gonna check on how many colors it comes in. I'm gonna put it on the half without a foundation first. And I like that the tip of this one, you can kind of get like a bigger freckle or like a teeny tiny freckle, because like, you know, it looks better if you kind of vary the sizes of them. And it stays put really well. Like the sort of the inky quality of it has a very good staying power. And also when you blend it out with a finger, as you can see, like it does create a really light stain, so it doesn't look so fake. Also, if you make a mistake with it, I'll just show you, you can wipe it off pretty easily, but if you don't touch them, they stay put really nicely. Now I'm gonna put it on the half of my face with foundation. I also find that this does not disturb the foundation underneath it, which is a good plus side. You can be very particular with this about where you want them placed. Also a benefit. So that's what it looks like with foundation on. I find that if you're gonna use fake freckles on top of foundation, if you're using really full coverage foundation. It can make your skin look a little bit more natural because I think it kind of like tricks the eye into thinking, you know, like that you're not wearing as much makeup if you can see freckles through the makeup. Of course, your opinion on that can differ. Yeah, so that's the comparison. Foundation, no foundation. You can decide for yourself on that one. I really like this. I would just like to add that this also comes with like a, what do you call it? Like an eyebrow brush on the top. I don't ever use that. This has also lasted me about, I think I've had it like 3 months already. It will last forever. The little applicator does get a bit flimsy after a while. You can see it's like pretty flimsy, but I think when it gets too flimsy, that's when I tend to want to throw it away. But I've only had 2 of these ever. This is my second one. It made a weird little popping noise. So the next Freckle product I'm going to demonstrate is the Pseudo Freckle Tint, and I have the shade number 1. This comes in 3 shades. The middle shade is a bit cooler and deeper. I've had that one as well. It only kind of worked for me. This is a much better shade for me. And then there's a 3rd shade, and I will try to insert them here so that you can see what those look like. So this is this sort of newer, I think they reformulated it. It was out of stock forever. I've gone through a couple of these over the years. This one has a pick in the cap, which is very nice. And then you take it out of the packaging. This one is fairly messy. I think that's the biggest downside because you have to flick it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Basically, you pull on it like that, and it disperses little fake freckles pretty randomly, and then you blend them out. It does get really messy, and it's hard to master doing this with a white t-shirt on. I have done it with a white t-shirt on and it's gone well, but sometimes it doesn't. Then of course you can use the pick just to place larger freckles all around. This one is also fairly easy. Like if you make a mistake, like right here, you just kind of wipe it away before it sets. I like the undertone of these as well. Of course, that one is a much, like if you want more freckles, I think this one is good. I also think this one is good on bare skin. Yeah, so. It is easy to go overboard with these ones. I don't particularly like them in the mustache area, so I try to wipe those ones off. So that's pretty much what that one looks like. I would say the downside of the new packaging is that because you have to put the pick back in the cover, you do have to clean the pick every single time you use it. With the old packaging, the pick was separate and that wasn't much of an issue, but I really do like this one. I think this is probably my favorite. I've repurchased it so many times. It does get your hands kind of messy though. I would say in order to like eliminate most of the mess, that you're gonna experience with this product, I would hold the whole device thing, you can call it mechanism, whatever. You hold it closer to your face, there will be less spray. I wouldn't suggest doing it up to down. I would suggest using the pick down up, and that will eliminate more mess. There are ways of doing it in which no mess is involved. So yeah, this is what it looks like with foundation. And this is what it looks like on bare skin. If you see any white in my hair, it's because I am like reapplying sunscreen between doing this stuff, because that was like the base that I used with the very first one. I'm using the La Roche-Posay and Thelios Clear Skin Sunscreen, and I wanted it to look pretty consistent throughout the video. It's my level of dedication to you. Okay, so the last Freckle product that I am going to use is this Pudaier Freckle printing thing that I got off of Amazon. It has a cushion with a very red brown colored freckle. It says shade 1. I don't see any other shades online. At one point I did, so worth looking into if there's like a cooler toned one for deeper skin tones, because I think the red can look fairly unnatural on people with medium to deep skin tones. This one is very, very intense. It comes with this thing. It's like a little, this one's also really difficult to use if you're a beginner. So it seems like it wouldn't, because it's got this thing to use with it, but these freckles are so intense. And like if you're using it with like a setting spray or something, it's very difficult to move them around. Another thing I wanted to mention is that this is really difficult to clean. I actually submerged this and the other one that I have, this one, which is really dirty, in baking soda and vinegar to try to like clean off the excess, and it's almost impossible. So my recommendation would be, if you want to try this, I would clean it off after every use. Obviously didn't do that myself, which is why it's caked on, but this is what it looks like on bare skin. Oops. And I think like rotating it like that is going to give you the best effect. Okay, so that's what it looks like on bare skin. It's not very good at, like, they're gonna be really small freckles, essentially. You can kind of get them on the eyelid. I think when you put them on the eyelid, it looks a little bit more natural. But this is what it's gonna look like on foundation face. You have to work fairly quickly because these dry down really quickly. I do prefer using these on top of foundation if I'm going to use this product. Also, if you press too hard, they get like little gaps in the center. This one is my least favorite of the Freckle products, also because this is flat. Makes it really hard to do, not really hard, but makes it more difficult to do the nose area. I would also suggest, if you're struggling with getting them to look a little faded, because freckles typically look better when they're a little faded, to build them up under your foundation, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you want to do a couple because it's going to fade under the foundation, but then, you know, take foundation on your brush and you can just pat it on top, and that might make them a little bit more user-friendly. It's not my favorite. It does work. I believe it's $8.99. I would say if your budget is vast, then I would get this one. Like, this is the best one in my opinion. But this is a very close second from Revlon, and I will probably keep repurchasing this because I like varying like the size and color of the freckles. I know it's a lot of thought that I've put into this, but I enjoy the way it looks on my skin tone, and because I don't have natural freckles, this is what you have to do. Also, you can try henna freckles. I've tried henna freckles a couple of times, and I can put a link in the description box to some good henna freckles that I've tried. With those, you're not gonna get the sort of like variety of colors that you might be able to get from, like, say, the brow ink, or even the shades available on the the Pseudo Labs website. Pseudo Labs, I think, is the most thoughtful of the freckle products I've tried. I zoomed you out so you didn't have to be like in my face while I'm talking about this, but I know I'm gonna get this question. I have tried the Freckles from Freck. I think for the cost of the size of that Freckle product, I would not recommend it. I also don't think that the shade range is that good. I know that they now make Freck Noir, which is like the deeper version of the Freck product, and it's closest in tone to shade, the original Freck is closest in tone to the Pseudo Labs Shade 1. I don't keep that one in my collection. I have had it twice. I have some really old reviews of it on my Instagram, but you'd have to go digging around for them. Those are the Freckle products I've tried. Please let me know if there's one that you like that I could try. I know for sure I haven't tried the one from Lottie London, mostly because it's got terrible reviews online. And I don't think I've tried, there's one from, I think it's called Bubble or Bobble something, and they made a Freckle pen with the creator, It's Rudy Berry. I haven't tried that one yet. I would be interested in trying that. But for now, the number of Freckle products in my collection is 3, and I think that's a pretty good number. Yeah, let me know if this video was helpful to you, and I hope you have a great day. I also wanted to say, I'm sorry if you got bullied for having freckles as a child. Just know that they're beautiful, and I love them, and I always have. I used to get bullied for my really thick eyebrows as a child. I used to have a unibrow, and I kind of regret waxing it off, so I kind of understand how you feel.